It's Queen Elizabeth's first and only visit to the Lone Star State.
She had never made a trip like this to Texas or really any other state.
And it all began here in Austin.
When she flew in the Concorde, people just lined up along the fence there to see this plane. That I think that's the only time we've ever had the Concorde fly into Austin.
The crowds gathered at what's once known as Bergstrom Air Force Base.
I remember that they wanted to show her all the things that were going on in town and what made Austin special.
Her first stop, a trip to the Texas Capitol.
We had 5,000 people on the Capitol lawn, all waving their Union Jack flags. This was when she was on the steps of the Capitol and Anne was giving her, the Queen, the tour of the Capitol.
Austinite Kathy Bonner, friend of Governor Ann Richards, helped organize this historic visit. She says Governor Ann Richards' surprise and win months prior made Buckingham Palace turn their head.
The palace thinks that Ann Richards is the probably most important up-and-coming public official in the United States. What we're doing in Texas to build the Texas economy is unparalleled in the United States.
And that point was made clear during the Queen's speech to a joint session of the 72nd Texas Legislature.
Lesser mortals are pitied for their misfortune in not being born Texans.
The royal couple was hosted by another famous Austinite, Lady Bird Johnson, who threw together a dinner at the LBJ Presidential Library on the UT campus. But it was probably a tour by Prince Phillip that resonates 30 years later.
They ran him out to Cimitech, which was the new cutting-edge technology facility of the day. That was so, minuscule compared to where we are today in terms of Austin and its tech industry. And it's just done nothing but explode. They had good instincts about visiting Austin and visiting Texas.
Today is the actual anniversary. 30 years ago today they came to Austin.
Way. Yeah. That's cool. I like you were telling me it was interesting how she had to get invited to come here, right?
The palace called Governor Richards' office and said, hey, if you were to invite us on May 20th, 1991, we might be able to make it happen.
They provided a date and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So apparently that's the protocol. You have to invite the Queen to come.
Oh,
so,
well, of course.
Hey, come on over to Austin again.
Here's your invitation.